What's going on, YouTube? It's James with Shimer Fantasy Battle Report's got another battle report for today. It's the U.S. Masters 2023, round number 2. Guys, what is going on? It's your boy James here, back together again with another battle report. Guys, I got this battle report against Mike Smith. My round 1 opponent was Eric Dribek, and Eric kicked my ass. He shot me to shit. I had poison shooting and non-poison shooting, rolling all these 6s into my monsters that did nothing to my monster mash. I mean, it did everything. Made me not have an army for my monster mash list. But going into round 2, I'm probably at the bottom table with Mike Smith. And Mike Smith is playing a Warriors of the Dark Gods army. The last time I played Mike Smith was at US Masters 2019. So I think that was it. Did I play on my Buckeyes? I don't remember. Did I think I did play on my Buckeyes. I did. He was the high elf player. I rammed. So I have a knack for getting into just games with Mike Smith. And every time I play Mike Smith, A, he's playing Raid Shadow Legends. B, we talk about how the last time we played was probably the last time we played each other. So we're both in the same boat here. Let's go over his list. Let's go over what I got. Let's go over what he got. I actually did a little homework today. I did come a little bit more prepared. I did not come in here without a knowledge of my opponent's stuff. Let me go into the tourneys real quick. North American Masters, round number 2. My matches. All right, so here's his list. Basically, his list is kind of compact. He has 2 Chosen Lords. Both of them are on Karkadons. He has 25 Barbarians, 6 Fallen, 5 Chosen Knights, 5 Chosen Knights, 2 Giants, and 2 sets of Warhounds. Now, it's a very symmetrical list. Everything's in pairs. And it's a very kick your ass in the face list. All right, so that's something that I have to think about while I'm playing this guy. I literally have to think about A, it's hold the center, B, it's diagonal. So diagonal, if you know, you're already starting closer than 24 inches. You're at 18 inches. So basically, you have to set up with the understanding that somebody could probably get charged turn 1. So with that being said, I don't remember if he won the side roll off or if I won the side roll off. I'm trying to look at it. I think he won this. I won the side. I'm trying to remember how this went. They both had buildings in their side. One had a hill, and I think I chose the side with the hill just to have the hill, more or less. We're playing Hold the Center. Let's go over my magic real quick. My magic, I got Bring the Pain, Flaming Swords, Gift, which is basically Cinder Cloak now, Firebomb, and Rod of Battle. For his side, oh, and then Koopa ended up getting a fucking Fireball. God damn it, Koopa. Anyways, here's a picture of my army. And if you don't know my list, I don't know what you're doing watching my channel. Anyways, basically, I go ahead and I deploy like this. And I think the biggest issue I was having was deploying with such a limited space. I didn't want to deploy. Was I counterbalancing charging him? I picked sides, so he picked first. So he dropped everything first, and basically he's playing Cold the Center. He put his 2 bricks in the middle. He put his 2 Karkadon units on the flanks. Now his one on the left is technically his BSB, even though he doesn't need a BSB. He has a character in that unit. It's a fucking fighting character. His general, though, is on the other Karkadon unit, the one by the house. He has 2 units of dogs, and he has 2 giants on the flanks. I put Koopa on the flank around the building because Koopa is very fast with its lateral movement. I did something different. I saw the forest down here. I saw that he had a giant and dogs. So what I was going to do is I'm going to go giant hunting with the BGKs, but I took my characters out of the unit. And what I'm trying to do is just throw them in the forest, let them be stubborn. I had the foresight for that, but basically I try to fit Ruckus. Ruckus is actually kind of small, so I could kind of fit him in different spots like that. Go ahead and put Crom in the center. I didn't want Crom to be too far from the savages because I do want to reroll my 1s. I put my K-Pack in the center. I wanted them on the hill originally, but I think I changed my mind. Changed the tune because I think I need to ram something. Right off the bat, I put my trolls on the left, and then I put my savages there. And then also I put my dogs vanguarding up because there was really... I didn't really have great spots. I think I started them on the left in front of Koopa, and I just vanguarded this way, hoping to chaff something eventually. But if he wanted to charge me turn 1 with his Karkadons, he's going to get charged by by Koopa and the trolls, so or even the savages. So those are all things that I'm thinking about here. I'm just gonna go ahead and leave the dogs there for turn one. My general's in a great spot. He has 18-inch bubble basically on everything, and basically my opponent has no shooting or real magic threats. He does have two level 2 spells. I think they're or two spells on each giant. I want to say it is. One has Glory of Gold. One has, I forgot what the other one was. But we'll see how it goes in action. All right, let's go into turn one. Warriors of the Dark Gods. Warriors of the Dark Gods. Turn one charges his Fallen here into the dogs. God damn it, that was dumb of me. They get in. All right. I think he actually loses one guy into the water too. By the way, he releases the hounds, and both the hounds run in front of the Savage Orcs, and they also run in front of Ruckus. All right, like I said, I'm not too worried about Ruckus at the moment. Ruckus has lateral movement. What I'm really going to try to do is focus on his giant and his Karkadon. And that's about it. Magic, he gets a 3 on the Flux. Again, like I said, he has those two spells. I don't really know what he did with them. Don't think it really mattered. I think he has the Ward Save. I think that's the only other one he had was the Ward Save and then Glory of Gold. But that's it. It's going to start off my turn. Like I said, no shooting. Turn one, Orcs and Goblins. Orcs and Goblins, turn one. I don't charge the dogs that were released in front of the savages. I do resist my frenzy bait. I do charge the dogs with Ruckus on the right side, and what I do is I end up moving Crom to march in front of his Karkadon. The reason for this is I don't think the Karkadon can handle Crom in one turn, and I'm hoping Crom doesn't break on that turn. Okay, I'm using the goblins exactly like I said. I'm going to put them in the forest and let them be stubborn in the forest, setting up a future charge with my K pack. I'm just going to shoot the dogs with the goblins here, and basically, he's probably going to get hold of center in the first round. I did not charge his fallen on the left because the trolls would be stuck in the middle of nowhere with no general, and my general have to babysit him. But basically, I'm setting up Koopa if he does want to go forward towards the trolls. Koopa could get an easy flank, so I'm setting that up. And if not, he's going to give me chaff with either the Fallen or the Giant. Okay? Magic, I get a Flaming Swords off, and this was a very, very clutch Flaming Sword because it did two things, and you'll see the first thing right now. Get the Flaming Swords off, and I'm just going to shoot these motherfuckers. I'm hitting on 6s, wounding on 5s. 4 wounds onto this big boy. 4. He was like, what the fuck, James? What the fuck? That's it, though. I think I shot him with everything I could. And Ruckus is going to kill those dogs like no problem. I leave Ruckus here because these goblins are insignificant, don't really care. Now, it's going to start off turn 2. Warriors of the Dark Gods. Warriors of the Dark Gods turn 2. He does something I didn't expect. He charges his Karkadon General out of the unit into the goblins. He also charges the giant into the goblins. He does know I am stubborn in the forest, but what he's hoping to do is actually kill all 20. I did not expect that. He did charge his other fallen unit into the flank of Crom, hoping that just to hold me still, I think it was. I think that's all it was just to hold me still. His other fallen walk in front of Koopa, and basically he moves his other giant back, waiting for Koopa to go forward. Like I said, he's going to hold on to the objective for turn 1. Magic, he got a 6 on the Flux, goes ahead and gets Breath of Corruption onto the giant, which that sucks. And then he gets Glory of Gold here. Combat, he goes ahead and he does a wound onto Crom right here. But Crom goes back and I get a fucking 6 on the Thunder Stomp, and I end up killing off 4 of these guys. He's just like, son of a bitch. I hold, I'm steadfast, and basically Crom's going to finish that unit on the next turn. Over here, holy shit. He goes ahead and he starts swinging. He just kills, like, it looks like 13 guys between his giant doing his Breath of Corruption, his general, and his Karkadon just swinging away. I think I failed Fear. I'm losing goblins left and right. He hasn't done his Thunder Stomps yet. I have 7 guys left, okay? So I go ahead and I swing away, and I get a poison attack onto his general. I'm like, aha, poison! And he's like, all right, and he rolls a 1. And I was like, well, you got your ward save. And he goes, oh, no, I don't have a ward. I have Destiny's Call. He has a regen. And I'm like, ha! And I'm flaming! So the goblin just pokes a wound into this guy. And not only does it poke the wound on him right here, but it makes me realize this guy's running around with a 1-up armor with a regen, and I have pyromancy. I'm going to blast the shit out of this guy. That is my whole plan, is just to blast the shit out of this guy for the rest of the game. Um, as for the giant, I failed to wound the giant at all. But he ends up getting a thunder stomp. He gets a 5 on the thunder stomp, and the other guy stomps and does 1 wound, and I am left with 1 goblin remaining. Now this is perfect. If I hold this stubborn, this is fine for me. I'll fucking hit him with my giant. I'll hit him with the K-Pack. I'm fine. I fail, and I run away. Son of a bitch. Now he overruns. I think he needed like a maybe like a 10 or so to get into my K-Pack, but he rolled just 1 inch too short on both the giant and his Karkadon, leaving me for turn 2. Orcs and Goblins. Orcs and Goblins turn 2. I'm going to wog! I wog. Now I charge, and for the record, I have the pitch. I got to go back a picture here. I charge Ruckus into his Karkadon. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't have a picture of the combat. I have the picture of the aftermath, okay? Ruckus gets in, all right? I was hoping, since Crom is in the way, that Ruckus would only be touching one or two of those guys, but I think Ruckus is small enough where he actually touches all 3, and that changes that fight. I do charge the K back into this giant right here, the Cyclops, and that's going to happen. Don't really have a picture of what happened in Magic. Magic, I try to shoot his freaking guy. As you can see, this guy right here, I just try to make sure I'm outside of his front line of arc. But close combat, the K-Pack does kill this giant, and the K-Pack will just reform, I think, just this way, shift, and I can see the center of the table. As you can see up top, what ended up happening, obviously, Ruckus died, and basically allowed him to reform, facing Crom. Crom's going to die a glorious, glorious death. Left the Savages up there ready to charge whatever. I ended up moving the Trolls right into the front of the face of his, Karkadon unit, but I put Koopa on the flank. This basically sets up a combo charge. If he does hit the Trolls, kills the Trolls, my Savages could go, my General could go, and Koopa could go all into the Karkadons, try to fight them. My goal here is to try to burn his General down below, and as long as Crom is holding, maybe the K-Pack could put a couple wounds onto the Karkadon unit without the General in it. We'll see how that goes. Now, up by the Trolls, I think I did do a fireball with Koopa into his giant. I did do a wound up there. You can't see it, but it pops up in a bit. And the Trolls, man, we were just talking about this the other day, Herman and I. That I could have done this on another scenario. Just push the damn Trolls in the face. There ain't nothing they could do with Trolls. All right. As for the counter, he ends up getting 1 turn onto the counter. We knew that was going to happen. Is he going to charge his general or his giant into Koopa? Who knows? He does not. Turn 3, Warriors of the Dark Gods. Warriors of the Dark Gods, turn 3. He charges into Crom with the Karkadon. Now, Crom did take a wound from the Fallen. We did know that. He blocks my Savages with his Barbarians. He just puts his Barbarians right in there, hoping that he'll hold with that many bodies. Now, the Barbarians are just shields, no paired weapons, Banner of Relentless. So basically, he's going to start holding on to the objective. And his Karkadon General is going to start moving this way, trying to get into a flank here. He does charge Trolls like we expected. Magic, he got a 1 on the Flux. Don't think he gets anything off. Close combat. Like I said, he didn't charge here. He just moved in front of my way here. Here, he ended up doing a couple wounds onto Crom, but I think Crom eventually just breaks. If not, I think that's it. Crom has 1 more turn. Crom's up to 5 wounds. Does he crumble and die? I don't think he does. He's still alive. Yeah, he's still alive. All right. Over here, the Trolls ended up killing off. I think I just puked them. And when I puked them, I did 4 wounds. He did 5, which was just remarkable through my regeneration. I forgot if he had a banner or not. Let me see if he had a banner. The Chosen Lord had the icon of the Infinite. I don't think that's a flaming banner. And he had... No, he did not have a flaming banner. He just got 5 through my regen, which is probably still a lot because he had a lot of attacks. But I ended up breaking. I did have my general in range just at 18 to allow myself to try to hold this like a steadfast or something like that, but none of that happened. He ended up doing enough wounds to make me break. I think I had no reroll. BSB's too far, so the Trolls run away. Now he decides not to chase because Koopa's there. All right, but he decides to leave his guy on the flank. Now the guy on the flank is super killy. Okay, let's go over what he has. He has a trophy rack with Icon and Infinite. He has Hellforged armor with Gladiator Spirit. He has paired weapons with Symbols of Slaughter, Great Weapon, Halberd, Talisman of Shielding, Lightning Van Braces, Greed, Idol of Spite. Okay, this guy is made to kill things. All right, the thing is, I don't think he kills Koopa. All right, he could hurt Koopa, but I don't think he could kill Koopa. So I go ahead and I charge. I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna charge. Turn 3 Orcs and Goblins. Come on, whoa! Charge. So I charge Warboss Dread in, and I charge Koopa in. Now Koopa was in a safe spot because no matter what, Koopa's gonna be stubborn. He's gonna have to challenge out, and basically my general's gonna have to fight one set of guys. Right? I think the other thing I could have done, which I think I might have done, was I could just let my general fight the guy, and if my general lives, Koopa is going to be untouched by that unit because only one guy's touching that guy, touching Koopa. So I don't really remember which way I went with that. I really wish I did, but I don't. I moved my goblins into a conga line too wide and basically forced his general to fail any charges into my savages. He has to charge the goblins first. I moved both my characters behind the hill, and my God, you should have seen how much I was like, oh, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it because I'm afraid he's going to hit me with some stupid magic or something. I don't know. It's that fear that they're out in the open. But my Bazooka and Baxter leave the unit, and I'm just trying to focus fire onto his general. He only has 2 wounds left. Only has 2 wounds left. Savages charges to the barbarians. My trolls did rally, and my goblins up there are just picking fallen off, I think. I don't even know. They're just chilling. They're just chilling back there. Magic, I get a pyro flow off. I end up doing 1 wound through the pyro flow. Woo. Just make him fit. Roll those ones, baby. But he lives off the attribute. Shooting, I don't think I did anything in shooting. And in combat, let's go. Let's go. Koopa took the challenge. Koopa did 1 wound onto his guy. His guy goes back. I don't think he did much to Koopa. I don't really have Koopa's wounds up right there. But my general goes back and he ends up killing off 1 guy and does another wound. My general has lethal strikes. His wyvern has D3 plus 1 wounds on his and his sting tail. So basically, I end up doing. Look at that. I did 1 plus another 4. That's 5. 5 wounds. Charge, flank, big flank. I'm winning combat by 8 right now. I think he does a wound to. Oh no, there it goes. He does 2 wounds out to his Koopa. So I'm up by 6. He does 1 wound onto my general 5 and a banner 4. So I'm up by 4 combat res. Now I'm fine with that. I'm up by 4 and I'm fine if we stay another round. But he actually fails his roll and he runs. And when he runs, I force him to run through this other combat. So my general flies right into the barbarian combat. Koopa runs over there, but Koopa ends up running in the perfect spot, and I'll show you why in a second. Over here, impact hits. I end up killing off, or he ends up killing off 3 of my savages, but my savages rip the unholy hell out of this unit. I rip up so many goddamn guys. And basically what ends up happening is now he's chaffing his own Karkadon from charging my savages. He cannot make that wheel. I chose not to chase, obviously. I'm going to stand right here and let him either charge me with his barbarians or his giant, but his Karkadon cannot get to the savages due to where he fled. So he is stuck there. And yeah, it looks like I did get Cinder Cloaks off on my general. I think that's what kind of swung the combat. But so he decides to charge here. Now he wants to charge my general. He really, really wants to charge my general. The problem he has is once he wheels past his barbarians, his tip hits Koopa. Now if he charges Koopa, he has to maximize the models, and my general just happens to be the perfect amount of space away from getting charged. The giant can't see my general because the Koopa's blocking the line of sight. And the only thing that can see him, I think, is the barbarians. But he's like, I really don't want to charge the barbarians because he might. I think he can't even because he's in my flank and Koopa's in the way. So Koopa's in the perfect spot to be a fat ass roadblock. That's what Koopa's doing. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Charges his general here. That's fine. Charges into Koopa. As you can see, he really tried to overrun into my general, but I have like a freaking 1/4 of an inch, just like boop there. Then my general's fine. All right. He gets in here, gets in there. Magic gets 8 on the flux, goes ahead and gives these guys Glory of Gold, which I think makes me flammable. And he just rips apart Koopa. Poor Koopa. Koopa tried, man. Koopa tried. I didn't even kill one of them. That sucks. General doesn't care because Koopa is a goblin and goblins are insignificant. Just is. I think that's the current iteration of the rules. Anyways, it's because turn 4, Orcs and Goblins. Orcs and Goblins turn 4. My trolls charge into his three wise men there. I'm like, fuck it. I gotta go. I gotta go. My general's gonna charge into the Karkadon. The savage is gonna charge into the Karkadon. I have to win this combat. He does have Glory of the Gold up, but I'm just hoping for the best. Now, they all get in, obviously. The K-Pack charge into the remaining barbarians, and I think I just catch them. I do. Which is fine. I'm gonna stay here, and basically what I'm doing is setting up an overrun with, or future charge with the K-Pack, and I'm continuing. I rally the goblins. I did make a mistake here. I just realized that my goblins rallied, but my BSB just jumped in the unit. I didn't have to jump in the unit, but I can't do that because they're shaking. I just remembered. Anyways, didn't mean to cheat there, but it doesn't really matter. Magic. Go ahead and I do. I don't even know what the fuck I did, but I got a blaze off and I end up killing his general. Baxter, you motherfucker. It looks like I did a cinder cloak on the savages. Trolls ended up killing off the last of the fallen here, and magic. That was it. I got a rod of battle off. Close combat. Close combat actually was not pretty. Close combat, I ended up only killing off one guy and a couple wounds. He ended up killing off 2 back rows. I think it's a very small loss or a small win. I think it's a small loss for me, but I ended up staying with both units. His turn 4 or 5, whatever turn this is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Turn 5. Warriors. His giant charges in. He gets Glory of Gold up on that unit again. Because I had to stop Breath of Corruption. Truth is, I had to stop Breath of Corruption. Um, as for combat up here, he ends up killing off again more of my savages. He's grinding me down. That fucking giant's being a total asshole. And then by the time he thunderstomps, I cannot hold the steadfast. I was hoping to hold the steadfast. I couldn't do enough wounds through his 1-up armor or 2-up armor, whatever they are. Even I was +1 to hit and just couldn't do enough. As you can see, I grinded a lot of these Karkadon down, but just couldn't do it. So I run, and I only have 3 guys left. I only have the champ, musician, banner left. My general flies over the goblins, and that's my goblins stay there basically because the banner of discipline. That's why I'm saying I'm cheating it. That was a mistake though. My trolls are out in the open. There's no leadership bubble. My general just fled. The savages are fleeing, and my shaman's in a bad spot because this guy is obviously seeing over the hill. What could I do? Turn 5, Orcs and Goblins. My fucking trolls made leadership 4. Leadership 4! And they charge into the giant. My K-Pack charges the rear of the Karkadon. Dude, look at this. Look at this picture right here. I must have. That was like future sight. Put my chariots here because they're gonna charge something, and they charge right into those Karkadon's ass. Fuck your chosen knights. Fuck them. Fuck them up their stupid ass. And that's exactly what the K-Pack's about to do. Fuck them up their stupid ass. I think honestly, you're going to hear it later. One of the things he mentions was Goblin leadership. I think that's one of the things. The unit popped right by the K-Pack, and K-Pack's like, I don't care. Leadership 6, whatever. I do this all day. And then I ran through through my wizard, and I made a leadership 6 roll. And he's like, what the fuck? All right. Anyways, magic. I end up getting Rod of Battle off onto the trolls. Trolls are going to have a field day over here. And as for impact hits. Holy shit. 16 impact hits. Woo! 16 impact hits. I only kill off one guy. All right. He does 5 wounds back with the one guy, by the way. Okay. But I have a charge, a rear charge, and 4 wounds. Okay. That's 7. He ends up doing 5 back, so I win by 2. And I think I actually pop him. Which forces him to run through the savages. Over here, the trolls since he has Glory of Gold up, he is flaming, but he's not hitting me very well. He does kill off one of my trolls. My trolls end up killing off his giant. And basically, I think that's it. I think that's game. The only thing he has left is a unit of barbarians there, and I think they just panicked from the giant dying, and it's turn 6. I don't know if he got the objective. Let me see the final score. He might have got the objective. Yes, he did get the objective. So it would have been a 16-4, it would have been 19-1 if I had the objective, but basically since he got the objective, it went down to a 13-7. And you know what? I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. I'm going to leave you guys here for a moment so you guys can hear what his final words were, and I'll be right back.
Shorts?
No, this is after my game. I put this up, man. We did it last time.
That's true.
We did do it last time. All right, you want to tell everybody how you felt the game went?
Stop letting chariots charge. End of story.
I had some ridiculous luck with Goblin leadership, as always.
Yeah, goblins always get you. And no, troll leadership.
What? I did got the guy talking to rear charge.
Well, think about this. Think about it like this though. Those trolls spell stupidity. I go and get the rest of the Ed Basher unit. That's a huge point swing right there because I have 300 points on the board, and then you lose another 325 right there. Yeah. And anything potentially else out of that.
It was a close game. I got
leadership 4, baby.
I had a feeling it was gonna happen before I threw the dice. I did. I fucking did. Thanks for the game, Mike.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So after the game, I got a 13, which puts me basically in the low middle area, and that's kind of where I hover around for the rest of the tournament. I am trying to again, it's me not playing for so long and me coming back with a list that I was not 100% comfortable with. I did really appreciate, and like I said, I did some homework on this. I did appreciate how maneuverable Dread was. And Koopa. They work so well together this game. Dread took home 2,100 points this game. 2,100. Koopa took 1,488. And then Baxter, my main three, man. My main three of the squad took 768. Savages and Trolls came through. Savage took 900 and the Trolls took 650. Ruckus failed with 190. The Crom did only 160. And the K-Pack did a whopping 424. Green Guard didn't do much except for chaff, and my wolves are obviously just dead wolves. So, I should have a unit of dogs that I killed. I think I shot them and I forgot to count it, but that's only 95 points. Overall, this game was a success for Orcs and Goblins. It could have been a bigger loss, or a bigger win. I mean, and you know what? That's fine. That's fair. It is what it is. The next game I get is against CJ, and CJ, is a Chicagoan-ish guy. He plays in Chicago, but I think he's like in Indiana or just South Illinois. I forgot. Sorry, CJ. Anyways, CJ is going to be commenting on this or the next video very soon. Besides that, I guess that's all I really got. I usually have some long-winded recap, but I totally forgot what I was going to say. Anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoy this. I enjoy making them. I know it's been harder and harder for me to get games out, and it's just I'm being pulled in 10 different directions. I got work, I got basketball, I got Dungeons and Dragons, I got this, and then I still have I'm trying to get my ETC team together, and yeah. That's what I got. Anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed that, and I will be coming back shortly with the game against CJ very soon. Peace.